of course, there is meditation, there is yoga, there is fastings, there are vision quests, there is discipline, there is love to people, there is altruistic help, there is care for nature, for animals, there is normal medicine, alternative medicine, there is massage, there are hundreds or thousands of ways to hold on to the spirit and not let go anymore. Of course, there are many, many, many ways.
First, I just want to say thank you to both of you for your beautiful sharing. And this actually speaks to the question, and I'm glad she asked that. It's funny how our minds work, because when the woman said, can you speak to us about plants as teachers of consciousness, I thought about observing plants and that they teach us everything just by observing how they reach up for the light, how they spread out and extend. And I guess in a way you answered the question, but if you would speak a bit more about how we don't necessarily have to seek an experience through ingesting, but being present and observing what they're teaching us.
Yes, of course, thank you so much. Well, as I said, I live in the jungle, and I'm very much doing what you say. I just go there and contemplate nature, but there are many other ways to connect to plants and trees. For example, from the Huichol people, we have learned how to talk to trees. They say that trees are they refer to them as elder brothers. One day they told me, you know, they were here like 300,000 million years before humans. They are really the elders. They are our elder brothers. And recently, unfortunately, I lost track of this, but I found information where it said that the difference in the DNA of a tree and a human is just 4 chromosomes. So this was for me really, really amazing. They are almost like us, or we are almost trees. And there's this, I recommend you to do this. Maybe many of you already know about it, but if you go and hug a tree, just hug a tree, and surrender your breath to the tree. If there is a master that can teach you how to really breathe deep, it's a tree. So kind of just hug a tree and say, breathe through my lungs. I trust my breathing to you. Just let go, surrender to it, and you will discover that you are breathing in a very different, unusually deep, beautiful, profound, complete way. Just because allowing a tree. And to talk to trees, there must be the understanding that they are not humans and they do not talk like humans. So if you are expecting to have words like from a human, you will never hear a tree. Trees talk like trees. They are silent beings. They talk in silence. So if you hug a tree and relax and breathe deep, you will enter a deep state of silence, and then silent information appears, things that you didn't know. And you know there is the tree telling you these things. And this is as powerful as having an experience with a power plant. And through working with trees many years, I found, like, in very different to handle moments, like when the loss of a loved being and things like that, the only one who has been able to really assist me in those troubled moments is a tree. So I go and hug a tree and stay there and cry my grieving out, and this cry will suddenly become a peaceful cascade, and then it will be joy after hours. When really heavy crisis moments have come in my life, I take my hammock and I go to really big trees and go really high and stay there 1 or 2 days. And when I come down, everything is back in place. And it's the beautiful brother tree. And I talk. And trees do listen. And you can talk with words, because now this is another thing. We humans are not silent beings. We are, and we talk. We talk a lot. So if you want to talk to a tree, talk like you talk. So go to them and say out loud, because the telepathic thing doesn't really work. It's very good that you listen to what you're saying. So go and talk. Say your things. Say them out loud. Say them clear and strong so that they are heard. And the tree is quietly listening, and the answers will come back. And I've found many ways of talking to the plants and to the trees. And this I learned. I had other crazy shamans in my life, like my father. I learned from him things really strange, beautiful. He one day planted, ¿cómo se dice ciruela? A plum. Thank you so much. One day he planted a plum with the idea of having a plum tree. So the plum tree was supposed to give plums after, I think, 7 years. So the tree grew, beautiful red tree. And there came the year when the tree had to give plums, and there were no plums, you know. So he took me, let's go see the plum tree and talk with him. Hello, plum, you know, we love you very much. We've been taking care of you, but the idea is that you were going to give plums. And we would love to taste your plums, you know, but you're not giving plums. So if you don't want to work, I'm afraid we will have to call another plum to come to the garden, and you will probably have to go live in another garden, because we were really expecting you to be a good family member and give plums. And the next month, the plums were coming out. A year later, when there were no plums in the tree. So that was like probably a coincidence, but for me it was a shocking thing that you tell to the tree, where are the plums, and the plums come, you know. Another day, being really, really kid, taking me, I think, to the kindergarten, we had an onion. It's a beautiful plant if you have seen a live onion. It's like hair coming out, a very beautiful grass kind of a thing. And the flower of the onion is very beautiful, white, big, beautiful flower. But of course it smells to onion, you know. So we came to, look at the onion flower, and we got to see the flower. And he goes to the flower, smells it, and he says, but it smells to onion. This is not nice plant. And when we returned from school, the flower was not smelling to onion anymore. And this flower smelled to onion always. So it's very, very strange that she felt like, okay, you like me very much, but you don't like my smell? Okay, I don't smell. And I found that there are these things going on with plants. And indigenous people, when they go to plants to pick them up for healing, they not just grab them, and you all know this. They ask permission, and they say what they want them for. And yes, there's a universe around plants.
Everything. Gracias.
In paradise, it's now. I shared this with my mother. Mom, beautiful mom, we don't need to wait anymore. We can be happy now. And she goes, you're completely crazy. And it's just my sharing is that we deal constantly, we're afraid to become crazy when we reach the now. And when we accept that we're constantly in between the bud and the bud and the shedding, we're constantly, we're never the same from one iota of a millisecond to the other. Once we accept this, we're in the now, and we don't need to wait anymore to be in paradise because it's here, you know? That's what I wanted to share.
Thank you so much. It's so true.
Thank you very much. With that, we don't have any more time, but let's give a nice warm thank you to Mayorga and Rocio.